Well, it was a tough week for the markets last week. The S&P 500, the Dow, the Russell 2000, really didn't matter which index you're looking at. They were all down for the week. Pretty big week for the bears. And so let's jump right into it and let's see where we stand after the damage that they did. So first things first that we're going to always look at is 12-month momentum. Still positive on the S&P 500, still trading above treasuries on that 12-month range. So not so much worried there. Small caps still are underperforming large caps, so we're still going to focus on the large cap side, and then growth is still outpacing value, so we still want to focus on growth. Now, when we look at the last week's price action and we add all that in there to the momentum and what the different styles of the market, we're still in a risk-on stance, but the market has definitely gotten softer. So here's a look at why the S&P 500, I say the S&P 500 in price action, the market has gotten softer. So first thing is we had a new high here, and that from over here, so we broke out, and it could not, the bulls could not hold it. And so when they broke that support, that's one weakening factor. The second is that we had a nice bull channel here. The bears broke it. The bears broke that bull channel to the downside. And then the third is that they broke it enough to where it fell into the previous trading range. Those three things are what I mean by price action, or the market has softened over the past few weeks, in this last week in particular. Now, so the question has become, is this price action, this downside price action, is it simply a pullback or is this a trend reversal? And so what we're looking for is one of two things. Either the market bounces right here and it bounces really slowly, and if that's the case, then we would look more for a trend reversal. If it does in fact bounce and bounce strong to the upside and retrace above last week's high or even higher, or even frankly just a bullish week, that could be the case for a more bullish price action in the future. We don't know which one of those, or of course the market could break to the downside, and so as long as it holds above this bullish channel line right here, then we would be bullish on the longer term. But right now, still bullish on the longer term, and on the intermediate term, it's definitely softened. When we look at our portfolio positions, first things first, U.S. equities. U.S. equities were down for the week. There was not really any place to hide as far as U.S. equities goes. Now, the good thing about those positions is that they're on some form of support. So that support could be a previous low, where there was a low in the market, it's testing that low again. The other is it could be on a channel line, or the third that most of them seem to be on is a moving average, where it would make sense that they would bounce off of that moving average. So not too worried about it, those positions, as far as the longer term goes. Now we're going to watch them closely, and if we do see a slow, methodical move to the upside and a lot of bear bars in that price action, then we are going to adjust that stop up very tight. If we see a very fast bounce to the upside, we're still going to adjust the stop up on this low, but it's going to be a little bit further away from price action to give it a little bit more room to wiggle. When we look at our commodities positions, we've got one of them left. That's the natural gas position. It was down a little bit for the week, but still well within that trading range. So we just wanted to stay above above the bottom of that trading range. And then, of course, we want to see it break to the upside and a strong run to the upside. US dollar position down a little bit for the week, but still looks good there. And then we do not have any international positions. Frankly, it was a bad week for most international indices as well. There's some exceptions, of course, but overall, pretty bad week for equities in general. Now, what to do this week? We don't have any buy signals. We're gonna hold off on buying. We're gonna really look at how the price action comes into this week, and like I said, if we get a strong run to the upside or it meanders around, but we'll see on that. So we don't have any new purchases planned for this week, and maybe next week we'll get some buy signals, and that's what we're thinking is going to happen. We're going to get some buy signals next week, so the following week we want to take action on some stuff. But right now, no new buy signals, so we're going to watch it close and go from there. All right, have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time.